Alright, so we're back with no more Pokemon, I guess you could say just training coverage or whatever the hell it is. So honestly, I didn't want to make a video about this, but due to the hilarity of the whole situation that just happened, I don't even know what to say. Okay, a couple hours ago, okay, so basically I'm in US West, so however, over there in Japan and in the Oceania regions, or they were having their Pokemon Go event at the mall like a few hours or a couple hours ago, and lo and behold, Niantic just happens to reveal the Pokemon that we just talked about for the past day already. So now originally this Pokemon was uploaded somehow in their Niantic network system file. I don't know what it is, but maybe like a file or some sort of some source in which they have where they share stuff with maybe Game Freak creatures and whatnot. So and then they have all their info. It's like basically kind of like a file set, like a regular file if you think about it. Oh, you just go into a folder and look, okay, we have the stuff here. All right, so if we're gonna whenever we're gonna publish it, we'll publish it here. We have all the stuff ready. Problem is, usually that stuff is sometimes it's accessible to data miners, and that's how we got access to this Pokemon. So, and lo and behold, I don't know what to say about it because, oh yeah, by the way, this is like a fair warning right now. So, if you don't want to see the Pokemon, well, if you don't want to see the Pokemon at this point in time, I suggest you just click off the video or click X. Otherwise, because I'm about to talk about it right now. So, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so after the reveal of the Pokemon in the Nether Traffic, when Community Day ended in the Asia Pacific Oceania region, many Pokemon turned into a brand new Pokemon shown. However, when captured, it immediately turned into a Ditto and sometimes a Chikorita and other Pokemon. At present, it's not clear why this is happening. We provide updates when it comes. And then the head of Niantic head of marketing in Japan says, Keto Suga says, or he tweeted "What's this?" Now I do have all the tweets at the moment and some all relevant people, so as well. And it appears to be some of the Pokemon that transformed into this thing are now turning back to what they were intended to. So just like how in Niantic would spawn regular Pokemon and they'll change it to Chikorita or whatever Pokemon it is for their specific community day events for Pokemon Go. So. And the funny part of all this is that it happened on Pokemon Go Community Day of all things. So yeah. All right. So new timer. So I'm just gonna show it right now. So yeah. So we have this guy here, just right there, just looking at it, just kind of fading away. I don't know, but still, it still has those question marks, question marks, and you can see the movement of this Pokemon. And of course, we also earlier in the day, the person who data mined it, the French data miner, Charles, I don't know how to pronounce it. I do apologize, but we'll link his information in the description. So he was talking about this Pokemon, saying how this is the guy who pretty much leaked the Pokemon or whatever, so or just found it, and he did stream the Pokemon as well, as with how it looked like, how it's supposed to be and shit. So yeah, it's kind of hilarious that this Pokemon just was revealed a few days ago, and this just something not even a day ago. Well, yeah, a day. Now it's just this event happens, And this guy talked about how this Pokemon was supposed to be Kecleon from Pokemon Go, but it was swapped to this thing. And the weird part about it is that it actually had the number of 891. You know how every other Pokemon in the Dex has, a Dex number. But of course, it could be like some kind of like something else differently, you know. We don't even know if that's like intentional or not. So the fact it's like 891 means like, oh, if you're thinking about it, what I'm thinking of, like, oh, there's like 807 Pokemon at the moment with Zeraora as the last one, and then with 84 new Pokemon potentially for Gen 8. That could be a thing, but of course, people have been saying this could be a placeholder. But the thing is, and I agree with Cerebi on this, is that you never see this. You never see a Pokemon that's like covered that has two distinctive shinies. So yeah, and not only that, everyone saw this Pokemon. I mean, everyone. Look at this. Just how the fuck does Niantic, even if this is like a screw up, like how the fuck does Niantic like kind of, well then again it's Niantic, so they're the ones that make Go in the first place. So, like, I don't even know. That's funny. And look, people were even taking pictures. Like, it even has a tail, and it's even like has that little like, you know, like when it's like you're closing your eyes and shit. So like people are posting about this, and look, it's even in the nearby section. It's like how the fuck does Niantic? They even have it on their palm of the hand. Look at that. And of course, like, you know, oh my god, all the conspiracy theorists, people are like, oh my god, this Pokemon's related to Ditto, and oh my god, like, so and so and such. Oh my god. Okay, I'll stop. So, it's just funny. I just find this whole situation hilarious. Like, this, yeah, I agree. It's cute. So, and the guy, that loads up, the guy who is the Niantic Go, well, you see in the Let's Ground stream, he just puts question mark, question mark, question mark. So he's definitely doing damage control in some sort. As you can see, like, people were catching his Pokemon as well. Like, see? And it turns into a Ditto. Which is just, it's just so crazy that this thing has now pretty much done, it's pretty much like, you know, like, just one thing, just one F up from Niantic, and now they kind of like, if this is the special Pokemon that we're getting for Let's Go, then they definitely, you know, messed this one up. So of course, I'm looking at Cerebi's tweets, and of course he was preparing for Go over there in the UK. So, and then he reports on this. I've never seen Joel this mad. I've never seen Joel this mad. Like, Jesus fucking Niantic. Of all the accomplishments I've done, I know Joe has probably like put Niantic on his hate list, or well, not hate list, but like his worst enemies list ever since they put Celebi in GoFest. But still, this is kind of, this is like quality Joe getting angry. But of course, I understand like his frustration as well, because I think he's just like upset that, well, now look what you did, like you ruined it for everyone now, and now, like, you know, whatever. So like, of course they're talking about how this could be a publicity stunt, and but the thing is, I don't think Game Freak or Pokemon does want to do reveals like this. Like, I get, like, because here's the problem with that, because like, let's say you try to put Pokemon into Go, let's say a random new Pokemon into Go, you could just data mine it, and then everyone's gonna know, oh my god, I already know what this Pokemon is. So I don't think it's a good idea for them, for Niantic or Game Freak, to even consider doing this again if this is a publicity stunt, because then you just ruin the whole surprise of Pokemon of Gen 8. It's like, you can't just do that. Just like, I get the idea what they're trying to do, but it's just and of course they're not gonna like reveal everything there. It's just like showing Pokemon before that could be potentially data mined off into Go, and then it just kind of ruins the whole surprise of what the hell the Pokemon is. And of course, these Pokemon, they all changed to Kecleon and So nuts and gum, yeah. So this whole situation is nuts and gum indeed. So yeah, but yeah, of course they're gonna keep it as intentional. So yeah, this credit to the French dude for data miner for like I still don't know how to pronounce your name. I do apologize for like not knowing for like finding this information out and just giving us a heads up because boy this whole situation is just I don't even know what to say and it's just I find it funny. And of course one of the Pokemon Go YouTubers Reverso reported on this. I think he's over there in Japan doing some of his videos there with I think trainer trips, and everyone's like over there. Hey, I caught several of these Pokemon. It's these nuts. Bad. Now I do hope this is a new Pokemon because it's just a meme. It's gonna be a meme at this point, and I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, you can see right now that this person's attention, like Moosejaw T12 or 40, I guess. They're intentionally they're trying to catch this thing. You could catch it and go, and it turns into a Ditto. My God, it's just so funny and like dumb at the same time that this whole situation occurs at all. So yeah. So of course this guy he streamed the animation of this Pokemon a while back. So I don't know. Like personally, my take on the whole situation regarding this is essentially that Game Freak or Niantic should be very careful with Niantic sharing them their files. Of course, I get it. I've watched some people say, "Oh, like sometimes Game Freak and Niantic share some files here and there, or Game Freak and creatures and whatever subsidiaries in the Pokemon community, the Pokemon not community, but Pokemon company. You know, the developers. They might need some files and this and whatnot. So just to develop certain games, because of course they don't develop certain games within 1 year. It's like it takes multiple years, and they may have like one developer or software or for a game, or like one game's developers section might just have the sprites for the Pokemon, the others will have like all the other animations. So they just might share with what they have together. So yeah. Okay, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about there. So, but the point is, Niantic like revealed this Pokemon in Community Day of all days, and it's just hilarious. So, for those of you who stuck around throughout the video, what do you guys think about this Pokemon in general? So, personally, I think we also have the cry of the Pokemon. It's just kind of like a cling. I'm not saying like like it sounds like it. So I'll link everyone the cry of the Pokemon. I think either Hoodlum Scrafty has the image. I think he caught one himself as well as Joe. So it's kind of funny, this whole situation has turned about, and it's just like I think even some of the popular PokeTubers like Shofu and Aim were like, what the fuck is this? Like they wouldn't even do it. Someone Game Freak is getting fired, or Niantic is getting fired and whatnot. So the thing is, though, I don't see this as like people were saying this is like damage control and whatnot. Oh, they're just doing this as a publicity stunt. But those are the Go people. Those are the Go people, as usual, that always justify whatever the fuck they want to justify. But but we're talking about the main series people now. And those people, you guys don't know how Game Freak and the Pokemon Company work. Like, if you leak something out intentionally, either they'll admit it, or they'll just fire your ass. So yeah. But the thing is, I just don't think how the hell like you would have this stuff like how the hell you leaked this out in the first place. So yeah. So like I personally don't think it was a publicity stunt. Because if you have it like this, then why the hell is it in the file? you have to like do it like almost like oh you can't hear the snap, almost like that within like a few 3 minutes tops before people start looking at the game files and then oh everything changed. So you have to do it like almost immediately before like um you know like in terms of like changing the Pokemon and getting it in to go before like Dan miners find it. So yeah. And like I said, I don't think they're gonna try to reveal Pokemon this way because if they do, it'll just take away the surprise and the fun of Gen 8. Which I do hope that Pokemon reveals their showcase new Pokemon via reveal trailers or new segments here and there featuring the game for Gen like 8 for the Pokemon Switch game for like Gen 8. So I'm not so sure whether this guy is gonna come out in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, since it did have like the number 891. And we don't even know if this is 891 or 808, but they never specified it, so whether this is a Gen 8 Pokemon, so yeah. All I'm gonna have to say is, or you know what could also happen? Maybe like Niantic and the Game Freak just, cover the rug and just say, this is your new special Pokemon, deal with it. Like, I could see Game Freak and Niantic doing that. Like saying, oh, this is the new Pokemon we're talking about, so deal with it. So, and they just keep the hidden Pokemon hidden, the intended one hidden away. I can see that happening. So yeah. So let me guys know what you think about this whole situation. So, like I said, like Niantic sometimes makes some really dumb shit at times. So yeah. So I'll leave all the information, all the sources I've used in the description. So, including the cry of the Pokemon. So yeah. Alright, so that's all I have for today. So hopefully that's the only thing I'll talk about for the Let's Go Pikachu and Pikachu for a while. Unless they actually do reveal some stuff for Gen 8. So I'll be covering that, like any Gen 8 stuff that that comes out here and there. So alright, so see ya.